Hello, good morning to you, good day to you, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Hello and welcome. This is Naval Officer Asset, where you can come to learn and gain tools on how to be a successful naval officer. Today, we're going to talk about the 11 general orders of a sentry. You're going to need to know this information if you are going to become a naval officer. My hope is that you can go to the timestamp on this video and simply hit play and play it over and over again until all of those 11 general orders of Sentry are living in your nervous system. And as soon as a drill instructor comes and screams in your face, you can say, "Staff Sergeant, my 11th general order of a Sentry is," and you can repeat that general order of a Sentry. So I want to prove to you that I'm a reputable source. This information is coming from the OTCNINST 1530.6K. Okay. And this was published on the 5th of April in 2018. We are currently looking at Appendix B, Required Knowledge for Inspections. This is a document that you can get on the OCS website. So you go to netc.navy.mil/commands/naval-service-training-command/OTCN/OCS/. I will link that link in the description below, and go to academic training, and you can scroll down to the bottom of that box and it says knowledge items. The very last sentence on that page is OCS knowledge items, and it will open this document that I just read out to you. So that's Oscar Tango Charlie November Indigo November Sierra Tango 15306 Kilo. There's a lot of good information in here, so be sure to check it out and check out my other videos that are going over this document if you're getting ready to go to Navy OCS. Now let's get into the 11 general orders of a Sentry. This information is on Bravo-6, so page Bravo-6. General orders of a Sentry. In parentheses, appropriate title of staff member being addressed. It's most likely going to be a staff sergeant, gunnery sergeant, or a senior chief, chief, master chief. Let's go with sergeant, because a lot of staff sergeants and gunnery sergeants will just tell us to say sergeant, okay? So we're going to go over them one by one. We're going to say sergeant, just for generalized purposes. But remember, if there is a chief in front of you or a senior chief, the distinction is just one star on the anchor. You will say chief or senior chief, okay? All right, so let's do this. Sergeant, the first general order of a Sentry is to take charge of this post and all government property in view. Sergeant, the second general order of a Sentry is to walk my post in a military manner, keeping always on the alert and observing everything that takes place within sight or hearing. Sergeant, the third general order of a Sentry is to report all violations of orders I am instructed to enforce. Sergeant, the fourth general order of a Sentry is to repeat all calls from any post more distant from the guardhouse than my own. Sergeant, the fifth general order of a Sentry is to quit my post only when properly relieved. Sergeant, the sixth general order of a Sentry is to receive, obey, and pass on to the sentry who relieves me all orders from the commanding officer, command duty officer, officer of the deck, and officers and petty officers of the watch only. Sergeant, The 7th General Order of a Sentry is to talk to no one except in the line of duty. Sergeant. The 8th General Order of a Sentry is to give the alarm in case of fire or disorder. Sergeant. The 9th General Order of a Sentry is to call the OOD in any case not covered by instructions. Sergeant. The 10th General Order of a Sentry is to salute all officers and all colors and standards not cased. Sergeant. The 11th General Order of a Sentry is to be especially watchful at night and during the time for challenging. Challenge all persons on or near my post and allow no one to pass without proper authority. And there you have it. Those are the 11 General Orders of a Sentry. Now I challenge you. Do this every day, and do this for 5 minutes every day. And then at the end of 2 months, you'll be able to show up at Navy Boot Camp or OCS and rattle these off in a high-stress situation, because that drill instructor is going to get in your face. That RDC is going to get in your face. I'm prior enlisted. It's going to happen there too, promise. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give me a little comment. Tell me what you didn't like. I could use some critique. I'm not a perfect person. And I'm going to be putting out some more content. So make sure to subscribe so that you get and then hit the little bell thing if you want to know when I have something posted, and you'll be able to watch it instantly. You'll be notified. All right, shipmates, take care.